Welcome to the Sydney quarter final. We have the Dharawal Dropbears taking on EXILES down at Moore Park. And that's 6 runs hit by Mark Richardson. He's made a quick start here. So he's now, I think it was 6. 6. So he's progressed to 40 off 14 deliveries. EXILES have raced away. So they're now moving into the 80s after 6.1. Mark's been joined by Troy Busby, who's also going along well, 35 off 18. This is Daniel Briggs bowling to Richo. Nice shot there from Richo as he progresses to 44. So the EXILES are the winter champions for the East and North. That means teams coming from the eastern suburbs as well as North Sydney and Manly regions. And we have the Dharawal Dropbears who progress through the southwest, which also includes our St George, Shire, Canterbury, Bankstown areas. Great to see the Dropbears make it through to this stage. It's the furthest they've progressed. Been around for a long time now, as have the EXILES. Excellent fielding there by the captain, Aaron Baker. Saves a boundary. It's just a single. So Briggsy, after going for 10 off the first 2, brought it back there with 3 singles. And the EXILES progressed to 89 after 7 overs. So for those that know the Eastern Suburbs pitches, we're playing on MP5 today. So it's the biggest ground we have at Robertson Road. The boundaries are set back quite far, but it's so far today we've had high scores. But EXILES definitely getting the better of the Dropbears at this stage. So now we've got Emmanuel Fowler coming on to bowl. This is his first over of the day. Richo hitting it straight at the camera there. I'll have to have words afterwards. Thankfully just missed. So Richo is now 47 off his 18 and Troy 36 off 19. So the Dropbears really do need some wickets to break through here, but they'll also take some joy out of slowing up the boys as they approach 50. So it's 18 balls for Richo now and he needs 3. So if they can just slow him up, get him into the 20 ball mark and plus, that'll also be a good result from this point. So I don't think there was any bat there. The umpire signals that's leg byes, so that's another ball that Richo's going to have to face. So it's been a tidy start here from Manny. 2 runs. Just 1 run off his that goes against him with the 2 leg byes so far off his 3 deliveries. That was going wide down the leg side, and Troy was good enough just to get a little bit on it and sent it fine for 4, which sees Troy now move into the 40s as well. So he's 40 off 21. So they are going quickly, But, you know, in last man stands, you can often see guys come in and really shift the momentum with a 15 ball 50. So if they can keep both these guys down, you know, retiring in their 20s, although they would have preferred a wicket, that'll be something for the Drop Bears. Really good over from Manny there. Just the six runs against his name, plus the 2 leg byes. I'm sure we'll be seeing a bit more of Manny after that over. So Exiles 97 after 8. Things can slow down when you get a new batsman in. So Scott Williams is currently at square leg, so it looks like he'll be the next batsman. We've got Sam Karim coming on for his first over of the day. He's been involved in the Campbelltown competition for a long time now. Great to see him here in the Sydney quarterfinal. So that'll be a wide. Keeper's missed out there, so they're going to run a couple as well. So for those watching Last Man Stands for the first time, wides do go towards the batsman's score. So the first ball of the over is worth 1 and is re-bowled. Every other wide after that in the over is worth 3 runs, but isn't re-bowled, so it's worth so it's maximum 6 balls in the over. It's a good comeback there from Sam. So that's just one of the rules where we try to reduce the time it takes to play cricket. Keeps us to that sort of 2 hour and 10 mark by having maximum 6 ball overs. Wide ball there for Sam, looked tight, so might be a little touch unlucky there, but now that moves Troy. So as I was saying, the 3 runs for the second wide of the over, and they go towards the batsman's score. So now both Troy and Mark are on 47 each, and that will be 50 for Troy. So 4 runs there. Great knock from Troy. 51 off 26 balls. So Scott Williams coming to the crease now. So with 1 retired, you would think, and the Exiles progressing well, Scott Williams, very talented batsman, be expecting him to be fairly aggressive, or maybe just get his eye in whilst Richo retires and then look to tee off. They're a team that bats deep, the Exiles, so plenty of batting power to come. Oh, lovely delivery there from Sam. Apart from the wides, it's been a really nice over here from Sam, and as I said, I think, whilst I don't have the best angle, I think that second wide might have been a little tough for him. And Scott will get off the mark there. So 11 runs from Sam's first over, but I think it was a better over than that really. So hopefully we get to see another from Sam. So Richo will be on strike, 47 off 19. So we're seeing Adam Buckley come on for his second over. I didn't see his first one, but I have seen Adam bowl before, and he's a very handy bowler, so good time to bring him on against Scott Williams here. Fielder coming around, and we'll stop that. Just going to get 1. So it's interesting Adam coming on now. Normally I think he would have bowled a few more overs at the top, but looks like 13 off his first over, so they've held him back. Which could work out well for the Drop Bears. So good start here from Adam, just singles. And that's really what they need to do here. Hopefully get some wickets, but also just reduce that run rate. Give themselves a score that they can chase. Really good over here from Adam. Be wanting to close it out here. So it's 4 singles from the over so far. Just exactly what the Dropbears needed. Tight over. See if he can finish it off with another single or maybe a dot. He's taking quite an aggressive stance here towards the leg side, Scott now. And goes for it and connects, and that will be 6 for Scott Williams. It's not the finish that the Dropbears would have liked there, but 10 runs from the over, and Scott's first boundary. You'll be back. This is good to see. You got Bakash Panther coming on for his second over. Cash is a team organiser in Campbelltown Comp with the Red Bellies, CC. Excellent start there from Bakash. So Bakash started off in the competition as a ringer and got to know a few of the guys from playing regularly. Now he's such an integral part of the competition at Campbelltown and skippering aside, which is one of the great things Last Man Stands offers. Great way to make mates. Some sloppy fielding there, so Bakash is unlucky as the ball goes through the fielder's legs for 4 there, and that will be Richo's 50. So he ended up 53 off 23, so he'll retire. So in LMS you retire once you hit 50, and you can come back if everyone else is dismissed and continue your innings, or dismissed or retire. We've got Daniel May coming on now, is the new batsman, so 2 fairly new to the crease batsmen. Wide delivery there. Bakash, a little look back at our umpire Wade Butler there. He doesn't seem too unhappy with it though, so I think it must have been alright. Doesn't middle that. Aaron Baker taking a great delivery. Had a bit of work, a great catch rather. Had a bit of work to do there. Had to run forward, and he's took an excellent catch. Always good when you see your captain running in and helping get a dismissal there. Bakash will be stoked. Another wicket for his LMS record. Oh, and now one of the most popular players in Sydney comes to the crease. Vinay Kumar played a lot of LMS with a lot of different teams, but it's found a home in recent years with the EASTS EXILES. And it's great, these Sydney finals, getting to see some guys who have played so much LMS in their respective regions, getting the opportunity to test themselves out against other players, some of the better players from their regions. Vinay is a LMS legend, scored well over 10,000 runs and is on the 300 wicket taker list. Had an exceptional career, and Bakash is, as I said, such an integral part of the competition in Campbelltown now. They just normally wouldn't have the opportunity here to face off, so it's great to see. That's a lovely shot from Scotty Williams there. And that'll be 4 runs, just finds the gap nicely. It was always 4 off the bat. And that will be over. So he now won for 128 after 11 overs. So Scotty Williams is going along nicely now. He's hit one boundary, one maximum, as he moves to 13 off 6, and Vinay Kumar just into the crease in the last over. Looks like we've got Adam Buckley coming on for his third over. Vinay opens up, and that will be 6. Bit of a tough one there for Adam. The fielder had come in slightly. Although it did go for 6, if he was on the boundary, there may have been a catching opportunity, but it would have been a decent catch. But that is Vinay's first maximum of the innings on his second delivery. So looks like Vinay is wasting no time now with 2 of his teammates retired.
Stay on the hill. On the hill. Straight down your throat.
Could be a good little battle here. As I said, Adam's a regular wicket taker, and the boys looking to be aggressive. So I think the Dropbears guys need to stay alert here. There will be some catching opportunities this over, I think. Here comes one to the captain. Fall short. Yeah, that one stayed quite low, so even with there was really no opportunity there for Aaron to run forward and put a dive in. Ooh, attempted ramp goes wrong for Scotty Williams. So Aaron's slightly in from long on, and that seems to be where the catching opportunities are at the moment. Scotty Williams advances and comes just over the camera, but falls short of Bikash, who is coming around to field. So yeah, as I said, few catching opportunities now, so the Dropbears need to stay alert. Try and get another wicket here. So really good recovery there from Adam. Just went for the 3 runs off his last 4 deliveries. And this is what the people wanted. We have the captain coming on to bowl. Aaron Baker. Aaron's one of the top wicket takers in Sydney. He's just sits outside the top 10 all time at the moment. Just played so much LMS in Campbelltown and really single there. Stuff from Aaron there, so that'll just be a leg by. So as I was saying, Aaron's been around for a long time. I think he started in 2015, which is when we ran our first competition in Campbelltown, playing for the EASTS Colts at the time. And nice shot from Vinay, and he has just found the gap. Bikash was coming around quickly but couldn't quite stop it. See, Aaron started in 2015 with the EASTS Colts and eventually started his own team and has been involved ever since. And yeah, it's such an important part of the competition in Campbelltown, and everyone knows Aaron playing there, and great to see him down here testing himself against the East EXILES now. Excellent delivery. He's hit it straight though, and he has found the gap. So there's no one close to that one, unfortunately for Aaron. Just really good cricket from Vinay. Really clever the last couple of shots. Vinay's an explosive hitter, but at the moment just making sure he's finding the gaps and hitting all on the ground. Nice little cut there from Vinay. He's calling 2 and will get 2 fairly easily. So Vinay really looking to accelerate the score here. So after 13 overs, the projected score is 229. So the Dropbears are going to want to reduce that. They'll definitely be, well, it'd be nice to see them go under 200 here from this point. But they may need some good bowling. So they've got Adam Buckley coming on for his last over. So he's been a little expensive by his standards. But let's see him turn around this over. And Scott goes after that, doesn't quite get all of it. Oh, but it's really bad fielding there, unfortunately, for Adam. So fielder's gone for a one-handed pickup, and it has not worked out, and it's gone under his hand for 4. So that is definitely on the fielder, not the bowler. So similar spot for Scott there, not hit quite as hard. Fielder still fumbles it, but has picked it up eventually, so that'll just be 1. Vinay has not found the gap this time, so that'll just be 1. So yeah, the fielders really need to be supporting their bowlers here. So did on that occasion. Now the remaining 6.5 overs need to make sure they're all switched on here in the field. So Scotty advances and no one will be catching that. That is a big 6, biggest of the innings so far. So Scott now moves to 25 off his 12 and Vinay's 21 off 9. So they are both taking off where the openers left off. So good little partnership here. Building. Scott goes again straight and wasn't too far from the fielder, but it was hit very fast and very hard. So unfortunately, Bikash couldn't quite get around. Stop that. So that'll be another 4. And Scott Williams approaches the 30s now. So he moves to 29 off 13. And the Exiles move to 1 for 165 off their 14.
How do they play cricket on this field? It's like under 12 boundaries.
Yeah, it's small there, isn't it? Okay, so we've got a bowling change now as we enter the 15th over. And it'll be Vinay Kumar, 21 off 9 on strike. And we have Jason coming on for his 3rd over. And that'll be a wide, not happy with the wide. And he's let Wade know. It's great to have Wade umpire this game, actually. He's played a lot for both sides, probably more the Dropbears, I'd say, but quite a bit for the Exiles and the EASTS as well. Vinay advances, doesn't time it or find the gap as Sam Karim picks that one up and fires it back in. So Jason Tyra is coming on for his 3rd over. As a bin chicken interrupts. So keepers missed that one, but that will not go against Jason's name. So that'll be 1 by. Apologies there, just had to move as Vinay tried to hit the camera. Just resettle my position. So just a 1 there for Vinay. Ooh, Ooh, big full toss. Fielded really well there by Sam. It's actually quite a nice ball in the end there from Jason. It just dipped at the right time and Scott didn't get enough power into it. It's been a really good over here from Jason after that wide to start things off. Excellent dot ball. That's just the over that the Drop Bears needed. Fantastic over there from Jason Tira. So Jason looks to be the pick so far, so it's going to be interesting where they bowl him now. So he's got one to go. He'll definitely be getting a fourth, I'd say, based on that. So we're just figuring out who's coming on next. Looks like it'll be Manny. He bowled well earlier. So I think this is just Manny's second over, I'm pretty sure it'll be. Yep, second over. So he went for 6. So it'll be interesting to see how many of the final overs Manny bowls here. If he bowls again, if he bowls well now in this over. So they really need to build off the momentum built by Jason in that last over. Another tight over here, just what the Drop Bears will be needing. So that was aimed down the leg side and Scott played it really well. See, got another 4 there, so 34 off 16 for Scott. So again, if they can limit him to, or preference is to get him out, but if they can limit him to, you know, another 10 balls to finish, to score his 14, that'll be an excellent result for the Drop Bears. That's what they needed, just one there. So if they can restrict Scott to ones, they'll be ones at this stage of the game when you've got 2 retired batsmen. Ones are brilliant. So more of that from Manny and the Drop Bears would be great. And that is up in the air. Fielder coming round, and it was a tough catch. It was low for Adam there and hasn't quite got it. But it will be a single, which is a result the Drop Bears needed. So Adam Buckley did really well early. Had to cover a lot of ground to get there, and then it was, unfortunately for Adam and Manny, it was sort of around his ankles where he went to take it. He got in good position. I thought he was going to take a really good catch there for a moment. And Scott Williams looks to go big, and it is 4 runs. So Manny a bit unlucky there again because Scott did not get all of that, and it was but yeah, I mean, Scott's picked the gap there, so he's done what he needed to do. So Scott is now 39 off his 18. Last ball over here for Manny, needs a strong finish. And that is up in the air. We have Aaron Baker coming in, but there's too much ground to cover. Looked like it was on for a moment, but too much ground for Aaron to cover there. So bit of an expensive over, 11 runs, but there were chances in that over. So it could have gone very differently for Manny there. Now skipper bringing himself back on for his 3rd over. So Aaron Baker try and limit the damage from Scott Williams here, or get him out ideally for the Drop Bears. And that is hit straight, and Bikash coming round, and it goes underneath his legs unfortunately. So the tough one again for the bowler. They're just the fielding needs to pick up here for the Drop Bears in these last few overs. So the EXILES definitely got the home ground advantage here, having played so much, not only at Moore Park, but on this ground, which is traditionally for more of the Division 1 matches. And Scott Williams advances and goes big. Big 6, almost onto Robertson Road. Thankfully for the cars parked there, didn't quite land. And Scott Williams moves to 50 off 21. So that is, I'm pretty sure that was the quickest of the 50s so far, the third of the Exiles. And we now have Benny Bloor, very popular player in our competition here, coming on. Ben's played with lots of teams over the years. The famous worldwide Argy Bargies, he's been involved with a lot. I think that's where he, pretty sure he started with the Argy Bargies, but yeah, plays a lot more with the Exiles these days. Which is good, because the Argies tend to play in lower grades, and Benny Bloor, most definitely a Division 1 player. So Vinay hasn't had a lot of the strike lately. So he is 25 off 14, as Benny Bloor doesn't get all of it, and it falls short of the fielder there. So Vinay has been kept up the other end for a while, so it'd be interesting if he's still hitting the ball as cleanly. And he is just dribbled across the line there for 4. But that's actually been the highlight of Vinay's innings so far. Is he's really picked the gaps incredibly well today. Hasn't taken as many chances as he normally would. He's hit a lot. That time he hit it in the air, but a lot of his innings today has been along the ground. We've got Bikash is coming on for, I think it's his third over. Yes, so Bikash 1 for 22 off his 2 so far, as we move into the 18th over. Benny Bloor looks to open up, but it's a good delivery there from Bikash, and Ben just hits single. Yeah, from here the Exiles just really need to attack everything and try and get as many runs on the board as they possibly can. At this stage, you'd say it's good calling there from Vinay. They take 2. They need to do more of that, because at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say the Exiles are not going to be bowled out. So wickets don't hurt them. They've got to take their chances to try and put as much pressure on the Dropbears batting innings as they can by building a really high score. So hit nicely by Vinay, but hasn't picked the gap. It's gone straight to the fielder there, so that'll just be 1. So good over here from Bikash so far, just the 4 runs from his 3 balls. And that should just be 1. Yep. So Bikash needs a strong finish here, but excellent over from Bikash so far. Especially at this time in the innings with the Exiles on fire, just to go for 5 of his 4 balls, see what he can produce in his last delivery. Excellent over from Bikash, dot ball to finish. 5 runs from the over with the Exiles flying is exceptional there from Bikash. So I'd say he's a strong chance to have put his hand up for the final over of the innings. So I think there's still, they got a few options. As Jason comes on here for his last, and he's been great. So 24 runs from his 3 overs. Manny, I thought, bowled a lot better than his figures suggested. Aaron's got another over, and he's a quality bowler and genuine wicket taker. So I'd say it'll be Aaron or Bikash to bowl the last. Although Manny bowled well, I think maybe that'd be a bit of a rogue decision. Bikash and Aaron often doing a lot of the bowling in whatever team they play in. Okay, just had to duck there as the ball's hit over my head. Really good start there from Jason. He's got this loopy action, and it just dips down at the perfect time. It's good bowling here from Jace. And that one a bit fuller, and Vinay goes after it, and it will be 6. So that is the risk with that style of bowling. If you don't quite get it right, which he didn't on that occasion, then you open it up, especially to a batsman of Vinay's quality. It's a nice full delivery that's hit for 6. Appears Vinay's hit something off a bench there. We'll have to find out what that was. So he goes a bit short of that time. And yeah, so I think Jason's reacted to the full delivery there and tried to shorten up his delivery. And unfortunately for the Drop Bears, Vinay has got all of that, as that goes for another maximum. And Vinay Kumar, the LMS legend, moves on to 44 of 20 deliveries. Vinay goes up again, maybe a chance for a catch. No, that'll be 6. Was not on, and that's Vinay. So he equals Scott Williams there as he moves to 50 off 21, and he's the 4th East Exiles batsman to retire today. So an excellent innings so far. Whatever the total is, it will be a mighty chase for the Dharawal Dropbears at this stage. And we've got Stephen Sheikhy, who is an excellent batsman in this position, coming in, and final ball of the over for Jason. And does not quite get all of it. Jason wanted it a little closer for the catch there, but not to be. So Sheiks will retain strike, and we have the skipper coming on to bowl. Aaron Baker will close things out. So look, it's 223 runs at this stage. Sheikhy, new batsman, so Aaron will be hoping to bowl most of the deliveries to... Well, not after that. That's a 6 for Sheiks. I was going to say you want to bowl most of the deliveries to Sheikhy, but Benny Blaw's pretty new to the crease too, with 6 off 5. So 2 new bats, but in what the Exiles have going for them is the weight of runs and the retired batsmen. So in this position, you just, especially in the last over, you just go for it. And that's what Sheiks has done on his second delivery. So he's missed out there, Sheiks. So that's what the Drop Bears want. They just want ones or dots in these final 3 deliveries of the innings to give themselves a chance. And that is hit to Manny, who unfortunately it goes for 6. I think he may have just been a touch over the boundary anyway, but it was dropped for 6 there. So no wicket for as yet, as Sheiks moves to 13 off 4. So excellent knock from Sheikhy with a few balls to face. And Sheiks goes again, does not get all of it, and yep, that'll be limited to 1. So Sam, or should be, yes, has been. So probably the dream result there for the Drop Bears. Benny hasn't faced a lot of balls in the last couple of overs, and he's only 6 off 5. So, and goes up, and there'll be a wicket on the last delivery. So good to see Aaron getting a wicket there. Exiles a touch, well, not unlucky, but it was right on the boundary markers there that Adam took it. Definitely inside the field of play. He hit it just a little more sweetly. That would have been 6, which in last man stands is worth 12 for the home run rule. So the Exiles have hit a big score of 238. We had 4 retirees, with Richo got 50, and we had Troy Busby, Scotty Williams and Vinay Kumar. And the Drop Bears are going to need to bat well. I know they've got a couple of guys, I'm pretty sure, yeah, John and Briggsy will probably be high up the order, particularly in the Campbelltown region, and he's opening up with Jason. And we've got Briggsy, the big hitter, is at square legs. He'll be next in. So wide delivery there for John. So John Lee's a regular at hitting 50s, and he'll need to do one today for the Drop Bears to do well. The late cut might not quite run for 4. Yeah, it pulls up just short, but they will comfortably get back for 2. As Richo cleans up. So short ball there, and John Lee is up to the task. Vinay did really well there to get a hand to it, but it still goes for 4. So this is a good start for the Drop Bears. So 8 runs from it. And John will be feeling good after hitting his first boundary. And that'll just be a single to end the over, and John will retain strike. So really good start there for the Drop Bears, but there's just such scoreboard pressure with the runs they're chasing. They need 230 runs off 95 balls, so they can't afford too many overs that dip below 10 runs. Otherwise, there'll be too much pressure on the batsman to come.
I'm glad you're on the mic rather than KB.
It was skipper Sheeks after his 9 runs off his first, and we've got Troy Brusby coming in for the second over. Coming in for the second over. It's with the shortened run up. Ah, right. Yeah, okay. Edge and given. John Lee doesn't appear happy with the decision. I heard a definite noise. Look, John not happy with the decision. Be interesting to get his take later. There was a definite big noise, so be interesting to see what John says happened. But we move on. We have Daniel Briggs coming on at first drop. And they say the best batsmen generally bat at first drop, so let's see if Briggsy can live up to that title as the best batsman in the Drop Bears team. So wicket off the first delivery for Troy. Always a good feeling as a bowler. So Briggsy just has a look at one. That'll be a wide delivery. Not sure if you can hear in the backgrounds, a few of the Exiles boys are complaining about too much cricket lately. I've got a few guys who are part of the Navy and in the Navy cricket team, so I think it would have been Troy bowling now. The wicket keeper Scott Williams, who scored that fantastic 50 in the first innings, and the captain Stephen Sheeky. So they've all been away with the Navy and playing as part of their cricket tour, which is not a bad thing to do as part of your work. Really good start here for Troy. And that'll be a wide delivery. So it's an exciting prospect for the winner of this game. They get to take on the Spider Monkeys in the Sydney semi-final. So the Spider Monkeys actually won 2 regions in 2022. So they won the midweek competition and they won the East and North winter comp. And therefore they progressed directly through to the semi-final stage. So that will be the opponent for the winner of this game. And the winner of that semi-final will get to play under lights at North Sydney Oval. So a fantastic opportunity for whoever wins the semi-final. But all eyes currently on this match as the Dropbears try to chase down a big total. And edge there. Jason just won. So Sheza on for his first over.
Shakes. What's his name? Sheza? Sherry.
So it'll be a wide delivery. So we got Sherry on. He's a newer member of the East EXILES team. So I actually haven't seen him play before. So I've seen his stats popping up, and it seems like a great new player for the East EXILES. So good to see him. Good to see him play today. Bit of a slower ball there. It's a good start for Sherry. Slower ball. I think it might have been wide if he left that one actually. So Briggsy might have missed out on a few cheap runs after that wide earlier in the over. But not to be. So Jason is now on strike for the last delivery of the over. So it's just been the 5 runs off it so far as Wade tries to get a few of the locals off the field. They don't seem like they're in much of a rush. But Wade doing the right things. There's a few kids involved there. Alright, we're ready for play again. So Sherry running in for his last ball of the over. And that one will be wide. So that's a little bonus for the Dropbears. It's 3 runs, and Jason will be very excited because they all go towards his score. So excellent. It's a great feeling as a batsman when you get some cheeky runs to your score thanks to a 3-run wide or no ball. So 4th over, we are going back to the skipper with his new and improved run up. So Sheiks, I don't know if this is just the permanent Sheiks or if it's just he was telling me he's got a little niggly injury, so he's reduced his run up, but normally a very quick bowler coming off a pretty decent run up. Oh, bit of a noise there, but I think it was Briggsy just hitting his pads. It'll be interesting to see what Wade signals as they come back for 2. He hasn't signalled for buys. He's given them as buys. So, yeah, looks like Briggsy just hit his pad there. And it was missed by the keeper. So 2 runs for the Dropbears, but nothing against Sheiky's name. And up in the air, Sheiks is going to come underneath it. And he's taking a good catch. Always difficult when you're trying to catch it over your head there. So, yeah. So, little caught and bowled. Sometimes you prefer that off your own bowling because, you know, you try a bit harder, I think, knowing that dismissal is going to go towards your name. So Sheiky will be thrilled, another LMS wicket. And we have Sam Krim, excellent batsman from Campbelltown, coming in as the 4th bat for the Dropbears. Nice shot to get things started. Well fielded by Benny Blore as Sam gets into his innings. So this has been a really good over by Sheiks. That was the first runs that goes against his name after the 2 byes earlier, and he's got a wicket too. And that'll be a dot. So Sheiky, after going for 9 runs in his first over, this has been an excellent comeback. Seems like that John Lee dismissal was a big moment in the game so far. And slower delivery from Sheiks, but it's a full toss, and Jason has a nice little sweep shot there and has picked the gap, so that'll be 4 runs. So excellent finish for Dropbears after a bit of a difficult over for them. So they lost another wicket. Sheiks just revving up the troops. And so it looks like we're going in 3 bowler rotations, which a lot of the LMS teams, especially the older they get, quite like the three bowler rotations. Just give you a bit more of a chance to catch your breath. And so Troy got a wicket with his first delivery of the first over. See if he can do it again. Oh, so Sheiks has come right in and the ball is hit straight past him to where he would have been. So, bit of finger pointing. Not sure who's to blame for that, but that'll be 4 runs for the Dropbears. Troy doesn't seem too fazed by it. And it looks like Sheiky will be staying up, so they're backing Troy to bounce back. So first boundary there for Sam Karim. Bit of a shorter ball from Troy, and Sam has played that really well. So a little pull shot there, and he moves to 9 off 3. So this is exactly what the Dropbears need. If they can get a few big overs, and this is shaping up as one with 8 runs off 2 balls, and there was that 4 to end the last over as well. So 3 boundaries in a row for the Dropbears. Let's see if they can continue this momentum. Yeah, so that was good from Sam. He just saw that was going leg and just let it go, and then it beat the keeper as well. So he'll pick up a wide as well as the 2 runs that they ran. They will all go towards his score. Can be tempting to try and attack those balls, but sometimes it's just better to let it go for a wide, get yourself an extra ball, a run, and challenge the keeper to take it. So it's worked out really well for Sam Karim and the Dropbears there. So they pick up 3 runs. And that one definitely seemed like it was a bit quicker from Troy, and Sam's ended up wearing that on the arm, but it seems okay, which is good. That was right on the wide line, I think, so wasn't given. Sheiks has now dropped back to the boundary as well, so Sherry's going to have a throw, and really good throw just over the stumps, and they'll get 2. Maybe Jason has absolutely no interest in running a 3rd there. Seems rather disappointed he had to run 2 actually. So anyway, they do run 2 thanks to the overthrow, as the Dropbears progress to 2 for 41 after 5. So normally that'd be a pretty handy start for your first 5 overs. Ideally maybe lose 1 less wicket, But the difficulty for the drop bears is they're just chasing such a big total. So they really need to accelerate. Can't afford any less than 10 run overs from this point. And that dot will not help. So pressure onto the batsman here, Jason, as Sherry comes through with a dot ball for the Exiles. That's a nice shot. Nice little pull shot. Really safe shot. Played along the ground the whole way there from Jason, but hit it powerfully enough and he found the gap. Excellent shot there from Jason. So he gets another boundary and moves to 15 off 9. So slower ball there. Really well executed there by Sherry. Nice and full. Oh. Thanks, Troy. So for those that know Moore Park well, I'm currently standing in between MP5 and MP6. There are some balls coming my direction. That'll just be one. So yeah, it could be a bit of a dangerous spot to stand, but commitment to the job. Nice shot there from Sam. A couple of his shots today, he's really looked like he's got a lot of time. And he'll retain strike there. So another good over for the Exiles. Only 6 runs from it. I'd say that Sherry's the pick of the bowlers so far. We're going to get some of the Richo show now, which is very exciting for the fans. Anything could happen. There could be a lot of wickets here, or he could go for heaps of runs. So we'll see. I get very excited when I face Richo, which normally means that I end up getting out, sadly. But it's excitable to face. And that goes up, and there is a catch on Vinay, very quick in the field. He's done super well. I don't think anyone else playing this game would have today would have actually got to the ball other than Vinay. So he covered a lot of ground, had a chance, but as I was saying, it's excitable when Richo bowls. There'll be stuff happening. Full toss, and he has found the fielder, unfortunately, so he's missed out there. So questions of no ball, but not given. I think that's the right call. Sam's missed out there. It's 3-1. This is an excellent start for Richo. Surely there's got to be a boundary or a wicket in this over. 2 balls to go. Oh, lovely ball from Richo, but played really well by Jason. Just waited for it and then nice little late cut. And okay, so the over hasn't delivered quite what I was expecting it at this point. Apart from the first delivery, there was a catching opportunity. Let's see. Last ball, the over. Oh. Good ball from Richo. What a start from Richo. 4 runs. The good news is there. That'll secure Richo a second over surely, so we can look forward to that. We've got Daniel May coming on for his first over. Haven't seen Ben Blore come on yet. Benny Bloor, excellent bowler. He's telling me now he's more of a batsman apparently, but I don't think I believe that. But we'll have to look up his stats later. So wide ball to start off with for Daniel. So as a batsman, you love it when the first ball the over's wides. Really nice follow. Oh, run out opportunity. So that was a really nice return there from Dan, and he chased it down quickly. Brought about a run out opportunity, but didn't quite get there quick enough. So Sam opens up, but doesn't quite get all of it. So just be one. Sam's definitely. Oh, there'll be overthrows here. So that's good for the Dropbears. Sam has seemed, out of the batsmen so far, he seemed like the one for mine that's going to accelerate as he moves to 19 off 12. And goes big and just short of a 6. So one bounce for 4. And I think you could blame that on the fielding there, because Sam should not be on strike right now. So that's why it's important to not let those ones turn into 2s. And good ball there from Dan. Bowled a couple of nice fuller ones, and Sam has just worked that away for a single. So one of the better overs for the Dropbears so far. 9 runs with 1 ball to spare. So let's see if they can get another boundary. Really good delivery there from Dan. So that was 9 runs. And here he comes. Benny Bloor's coming on to bowl. Yeah. Apparently he's a batsman now, which probably just means his bowling's been rubbish lately, so we'll see how he goes. Lovely start there from Benny Bloor. Bit of interest from Scotty Williams, but based on the reactions of everyone else, no one heard anything. The bowler's not interested, you know it's not out. So here he comes. Dot ball to start. Another dot ball. Impressive start here from Benny. So just tying Sam down a bit. He's 24 off 16 now. So this will be leg buys. So still no runs against Ben Bloor. So I mean, based on this over, he must be batting exceptionally well lately to say he's a batsman and not a bowler. So, Benny Bloor, 1 ball to go, and he's looking at a maiden. And there will be runs to be had for Jason. So he will retain strike for the next over. The Dropbears move to 2 for 61 after 9 overs. And are we going to see more of the Richo show? Here he comes. This is what we want. Wickets or maximums this over for sure. So good start for Richo. Just one from it. It's tremendous form with the ball from Richo. So Sam marches down the wicket at him, but he picks out the fielder. So it's another single. It's just all ones off Richo at the moment. This is exceptional stuff. I think we might even get to see a third out of Richo today. Brilliant bowling. So Sam stepped back in his crease and then missed, as did the keeper. So there will be a couple of byes here. Jason, again, absolutely no interest in running a third. Not that it was really on, but he's, yeah, looks like 2-run maximum for Jace. And that'll be 4 runs. But still a fairly good over there for Richo. So 11 runs now off his 2 overs. So I'm just looking at oh my word, he's right. I'm looking at Benny Blaw's stats. So he's averaging, with a career average of 31, he's averaging 71 this year across 11 innings. So I take everything back I said. How's his bowling going? Oh yeah, and his bowling's been horrendous. He's averaging 54, economy of 7, only 6 wickets this year. So no, he's most definitely a batsman these days. It's quite funny that with LMS, I find, because most guys get a go in each team, which is one of my favourite bits about LMS, is there's it's only 8 per side, but most teams are really good with sharing it around. So, you know, even the guys who are traditionally not a bowler, they'll still roll the arm over occasionally and tend to improve that way, which is good. And guys that, you know, in traditional cricket might bat a bit lower down the order, or get the chance to bat in the top 4, and that's how you improve. But as a result of that, often guys, this is good running here. Sam wanted 2 from the outset. As a result of guys getting more of an opportunity, your form really fluctuates. So sometimes guys will tell you that they're more of a bowler, and then things are just working out better for them with the bat, and vice versa. So, and then there are guys that are just great at both, which is pretty annoying. Oh, there was a catch put down on the boundary. It was hit very firmly by Sam Karim, but Sheiky has spilled it. We will definitely catch up with him after the game to see what happened there. He's bowled some excellent Yorker and near Yorker deliveries. Maisie in his 2 overs so far. And there'll just be 1 there. And that is 2 overs. We were just analysing your batting and bowling stats on the stream, and you're right. Definitely more of a batsman at the moment. Yeah. Got to reverse it now though, Blaw. look, he's going pretty casually about this over, Benny, so could be excitable, could be some boundaries, or you never know. These slower deliveries can pick up some wickets, and that's awful. So that will be a no ball because he bowled it off the pitch, which is a free hit for Sam Karim. He'll be very excited about. I think you're going to see a little bit of extra heat on this delivery from Ben as he backs up in the run-up. Yeah. Yeah, great delivery. That's more of the sort of bowling that you'd typically see from Benny Blore. Likes to put it in a little bit short, especially on those free hit deliveries. Spin career's over, so he's going to do what works. And it is really working today. So 3 runs so far, 1.3 overs. Oh, that's what we like to hear. Richo's going to bowl again. Oh, so he's hit the batsman there. I'm not sure if he got any bat on that, but looks like it took Sam in the shoulder, but he's okay, thankfully. So Sam's moved on into the 30s now, and yeah, it's been given as leg byes, so no bat there. Jason is on 26 at the moment. So Jason plays, I was told, second grade out Campbelltown Way as well. Played a lot of cricket throughout the years. And Richo seems very surprised he's been called on for a 3rd over, but here he comes. He's bowled exceptionally well. He's still clarifying that he should be bowling a 3rd over. He doesn't seem confident here. He's bowled really well so far, 11 runs, but the whole shock factor of him bowling a 3rd over could be interesting. Let's see if he's got how he produces it. Yes, big full toss. Wasn't expecting a 3rd over, and you could see it in that first delivery. So we've got a free hit here for Sam Karim. And Sam punishes that for 6. So this is... Oh, and Sheiky has just hand on the hips. He's got the double teapot going on. You can see he's really questioning his decision to bring on Richo for a 3rd over here. Fordo's walking over to Sheiks at the moment. Yeah, Fordo doesn't look really... Fordo's definitely got a double teapot happening at the moment. Craig Fordham, who organises the team for the Exiles, not playing today because he's injured, but definitely questioning Sheiky's captaining at the moment. Excellent shot there from Sam. He moves on to 39. Great ball there from Richo. So Sam's batted really well today. It'd be great to see him notch up a 50. He deserves it. And as he approaches the 40s. And he steps back in his crease. And they're looking at 2. Should get 2. No interest. I mean, great arm out there from Sheiky. But really big boundaries here at MP5, so look, I think they missed out on a couple there. But Sam moves on to 40, and we have Jason on strike with 2 balls left in the over. Jason struck that firmly and well, but straight to Troy, who is at long on, and Troy was going for textbook fielding, takes a knee down, and then just watches it go through his legs for 4. So Richo's very unhappy with the fielding there. So he owes him a beer, Richo's saying, which I tend to agree with. And he goes again, Jace, but Sheiky comes around to collect that, and that will be the end of the 13th over as the Drop Bears approach 100. And look, the match result is looking fairly set at this stage unless the trend drastically changes. But it's a nice little partnership here for Sam and Jason. Oh, Vinay Kumar, the X Factor, is coming on now. Vinay has played in both the Sydney Super Series, and he was actually part of the winning side, Sydney City, that won the last instalment of the Sydney Super Series. Very experienced and quality player. Gets a bit underused with his bowling, actually. He tends to bat more these days, but very handy bowler, Vinay Kumar, as he starts off with a dot. Jason goes to go big, doesn't get all of it, but it falls short of Richo. So no wickets there for Vinay. So we've got Sam is now on strike on 40, so would love to see him bring up that 50. Excellent delivery there from Vinay. Just a slower ball. Sam looks to sweep it, and it clean bowls in middle stump. Hopefully me willing him on to a 50 there didn't jinx him. But we get to see a bit of Adam Buckley action. So on he comes in at number 5. I've seen Adam bowl a lot more than I bat. He's actually got a baseball stance at the moment, so that's ominous for his ability. But I know his batting stats are decent. But good to see Adam bat here, and nice little shot to start. Looks like the skipper Aaron Baker is going to be in next at number 6. So Jason currently on 35. See if we can get him home for a 50. That's a really nice shot. Found the gap and should run along for 4. Been a few great shots in both innings. Just along the ground. You don't always have to hit in the air, especially with the 8 per side. So there's lots of gaps in the field of last man stands games. So if you bat well and know where the fielders are and pick those gaps, there's plenty of runs to be had along the ground. So Vinay, good over. Hit for 4 on the last ball, but still 1 for 6 off his first over. And we've got Sherry coming on. So did not feature with the bat earlier, coming on for his 3rd over. And he was really good early. 14 runs from his 2 overs. Really nice flow of delivery there from Sherry to start things off. For mine, he's been the pick of the bowlers today. Apart from Richo's first 2, they were wonderful. But Sherry has looked good. Oh, just got it past the bowler there. So Jason will get a sneaky run. And that moves Jace on to 40. Really good slower delivery there from Sherry. Jace seemed to pick it up, but it was just quality delivery and onto his stumps. So, wicket for Sherry, deserved one. Would have liked to have seen Jace get his 50. He put in a good performance. But the exciting news about that dismissal is we get to see a bit of Aaron Baker at the crease. So Aaron Baker on strike for his first delivery of the innings. What a shot. Aaron Baker. It's an exceptional shot because Sherry's bowled a couple of really clever slow balls in this over, which Aaron would have been watching there from square leg, and he really revved it up there, Sherry, and put a bit of extra heat on there, and Aaron just absolutely belted it for 4. So hit it towards cow corner, but along the ground, big gap, and hit really well. So it's an exciting start for Aaron. Has 4 off his first delivery, and we're going to have a bit of skipper on skipper action here with Sheiky coming on for his first over. Looks like he's told Richo that's enough today, thanks for coming, but he'll come on for his third over. Half-hearted appeal, but pretty sure that Adam got bat to that. Just waiting for Wade to signal or not signal. Yeah, no signal and 1 run for Adam, so hence the half-hearted appeal. So Az just goes to give himself a bit of room. Always great when you see the captains come together, especially when it's teams that don't get to play against each other often, as is the case today. Oh, Az! Sixer! Where was Az earlier? I love this attitude of just, boundaries or nothing from Az. So he moves to 10 off 3. See if he can back it up here. Goes again. Doesn't get all of it. And a couple of bounces into Troy. So we'll see Adam Buckley back on strike. Really good delivery there from Sheiks. And that will be over. So Sheiky has bowled pretty well. 1 for 22 off his 3. And oh my word, we are going to see more of Richo. He didn't think he was going to get a third over. Now he's coming on for a 4th. And Aaron is in form. So I'm predicting he's either going to get Aaron out here or there's going to be a lot of runs coming from this over. Richo to Az. Runs. This is very exciting play from Aaron Baker. 15 off 5. Who would have thought the matchup we wanted today would have been Aaron Baker with the bat and Richo with the ball? That's a nice delivery from Richo. Just dipped nicely at the end there, and Aaron's just played that quite well for one. I think he realised it was good delivery and needed to be respected, that one. Full toss and lovely shot there from Adam. Just takes a knee and sends it for 4. So that is Adam's first boundary. He's taken a leaf out of his skipper's book and looking to go aggressive. So what are we now? We are 9 runs from this over so far with 2 balls to spare. So let's see if they can make it a big one. And that should run for another 4. So this is a big over here for the Dropbears. Love to see them cashing in with a few runs here late in the piece. So 13 runs, 1 ball to go. Love to get in the mind of East Exiles organiser Craig Fordham right now. Must be like, what was Sheeks doing? Bringing Richo on for a fourth when he thought he was going to bowl two. Oh my. Not sure what he was trying to do there, but bowled it nice. Bit of a bouncer, slow bouncer. Ugly but effective, just one run. So 14 from the over. That's the end of the Richo show, and we now have Vinay Kumar is coming on. One of the happiest men you'll ever meet, Vinay Kumar. Coming on for another over. So we have 3 overs to go in this contest. So the result we know. We know that the Exiles are going to win this game. So from here it's just about the Dropbears getting a few runs on the board, and just be one for Adam to start off with. Love to see Aaron Baker just continue with the style he started his innings. He's already 16 off 6, and love him to just continue that aggression here against Vinay. And that'll be wide. So Vinay's going to have to bowl an extra delivery here. Slower delivery and wide ball. So you love that as a bat. And that moves Aaron onto 20 with the runs going to him. And little under edge. Beats the keeper, may run for 4. Or is it? It's just pulled up, so he's only going to get 2, unfortunately, for ads there. Bit of luck. That's a tough one for Scotty Williams at keeper. With the little under edge there, just going under his glove. So see what Vinay's got now. Aaron moves to 22. Steps away, goes after it. Oh, misfield. Should be 2. Surely they're going to run 2. They have run 2. This misfield looked like it might go for 4 for a moment, but just the 2 runs. So Az could have a shot at being the top run scorer for the Dropbears today. I think it was, I can't remember if they both got 40. Well struck, but picks out the fielder. Droid drops a knee, but does much better this time. Mainly because it bounced up into his belly, but he stopped it. So the single means that Aaron will retain strike. So Aaron's 25 off 11, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get 41 to get the top score for the Dropbears today. And Sherry, who's been pick of the bowlers, I forgot about Benny Bloor before. He bowled really well too, so it's probably Sherry, Benny, Troy bowled well, Sheeks bowled well. It's been a pretty good performance all round so far from the Exiles. Or, well, no matter what, it'll be a good performance from the Exiles with bat and ball. Slower delivery. Aaron waits for it. Hits it to long off, and it'll just be 1. So deficit drops under 100. So it's emphatic win here for the East Exiles. Slower ball again. And that one has been picked off, but what's he doing here? Okay, so that is 4 runs for Adam, and he's decided that he's had enough. Adams retired himself to give Manny a bat, which is nice to see. A bit unusual in a final, but I guess the result is determined already. So we will have Manny come on for a hit. He's a good batsman too, so nice to see him get to have a hit in this game with 8 balls remaining. So he's done the same thing there, Sherry. He's been bowling slower deliveries, and when the new batsman's at the crease, tries to put a bit of extra heat on it, and has beaten the outside edge of Manny there for a dot ball. 2 balls left in Sherry's spell. Really nice shot there from Manny. Bit of a shorter ball and just guides it down. Oh, Scott has cut it off. So that will be 2 runs for Manny. So Manny just stepped away from his stumps there and didn't quite get to the ball in the end. So that is the end of Sherry's spell. 1 for 28 off his 4 deliveries. Excellent figures in a Sydney final. And looks like we're going to get Daniel May on for the last over of the match. So he bowled well earlier. He went for a few boundaries, but he also, or a couple I should say, but then bowled lots of dot balls, some full Yorkers and almost Yorkers. So I'd say in this last over he'll be trying to do the same. So only 14 runs off his 2 overs so far. And that is up in the air over the keeper. Scott running back and doesn't quite get there. So good to see Aaron retain that asterisk next to his name so far. So he's, what is he, 27 runs now. And Manny's going to get another shot. 4 balls left. Manny goes big. Heads kid. Nearly takes out a small child, so good to see him avoid that. Big 6 for Manny. He'll be thinking about that one later. 8 off 4. Manny just seems to be negotiating a rise up the batting order after that 6, which seems reasonable. Goes big again, straight down the ground, and that is another 6. Manny is definitely going up the order the next game he plays. 14 off 5. So Aaron and Manny have put on some serious runs at the end here. So the game was gone by the time they got to the crease, unfortunately, but they've restored a bit of respect into the scorecard here. As Manny tries to go big again, falls short of Sherry in the field. So it will be just 1. And the Dropbears move to 160. It's a rather big field hit today, so I actually thought 160 in a game of this quality was going to be around the par mark, but the EXILES obviously batted incredibly well. And do not know what happened there, but this is going to be the last ball of the game. To Aaron Baker, let's see if he can get a 6 for a home run ball. And hit along the ground, mostly picks the gap, but is fielded well by Troy Brusby there. Slides along the ground to prevent that from being 4. Aaron will get a single and will remain not out on 28. Big win for the East EXILES, and a game played in the right spirit by both teams. And I'm sure they'll face off again at this level in future. Good luck to East EXILES, who will now take on the Spider Monkeys in the Sydney